last one, use account as default document line by type selection. If you untick this option, type item will display as type, and if you tick this option, account will show as type. If it is a type, you can, from this selection, you can select only inventory items, and if you select account as type, from here you cannot select inventory items, you can select only GL accounts. Okay, if you have any questions, you can ask. Okay, next we will move to item settings. First one, warn when item quantities fall below 0. Now, sometimes when you are invoicing, you may not have items in the system. For an example, now if you have particular item has only 3 quantities, but you are going to invoice for 5. In that case, the system will warn when item quantity is below 0, because you have only 3, you are going to invoice for 5. In that case, system will pop up a message that quantities fall below 0. Now, second one is do not allow item quantities fall below 0. If you tick on this option, you cannot process those transactions. Now, if you tick this option, first one, warn, it's only warning, but you can process the transaction. Okay, but if you select tick on second option, you cannot process the transaction. Okay, and also you cannot tick both. Either you need to select either one. Okay, either first one or second one. And if you tick first option, if you have 3, system will allow to process the transaction even quantities fall below 0. System only display a message. But if you tick second option, system will not allow to process the transaction. Okay, now for an example, if you have 3 quantities, you are going to invoice for 5. If you tick first option, you can process the transaction, but if you tick second option, you can invoice only for 3. Okay, because you have 3, you can invoice only for 3. Next one, third one, warn when item cost is 0. Now, when you are entering purchase orders or supplier invoices, system will pick up those costs to the system as item cost. Okay, when you are purchasing, when you are entering GRN, system will identify these items cost is this much. So when you are processing any transaction, when you are entering customer invoices, if that cost is 0, system will make an alert, because system will think you haven't entered that item purchase price, therefore it will be a mistake. Okay, therefore system will warn when item cost is 0, and if you are untick this, the system will not warn to you, and system will not show any message. Okay, if you want to get an alert, you can tick this option. Then fourth one, warn when selling price is below cost. Now most probably your selling prices above the cost. Okay, now if you are selling your items below the cost, if you tick this option, system will warn, and if you untick, system will not consider it's an error, and you can process the transaction. Okay, fourth option is warn when item selling price is below cost. Normally we are selling above the cost price, therefore system will think it's a mistake. So if you want to get an alert if you are selling prices below the cost, you can tick this option. Okay, next one, display inactive items for selection on document lines. It's like that customer supply inventory, customer supplier when we are processing transaction. If you untick this option, now I'll show you how to inactivate an item. If you are discontinue a particular item, you can inactive that item from here. If you untick this option, that item will inactive. And if you untick this option, display inactive items for selection on document lines, when you are processing a transaction, that item will not display. Okay, if you take this option, inactive items also display when processing transaction, but if you untick this option, inactivated items will not display for processing transaction. Okay, next one is display inactive items for selection on reports. And if you have inactivated any items when you are generating reports, now here display inactive items for selection on reports, I have unticked this option, therefore it will not display for reports. If you tick this option, inactivated items will display for reports. It's very similar to that customer and supplier inactive items. Then next one is sales order reserved